Damn! 2B! Why? Why did you...
A wide, white sword penetrates 9S's stomach. As delicate, red blood drips down him.
You attempted to access highly confidential information. Therefore...
But... 2B... Trust me...
9S's vital signs begin to fade. Heart rate decreasing. Body temperature declining. Motor functions failing. Pupils dilating. As every one of his parameters breaks down, he chokes out his final words.
It hurts. It hurts.
Pod 153 to 2E. Proposal. Delete 9S's personal data and reinstall default personal data.
This is... too much.
Yorha Unit Number 2, Type E. Unit 9S's actions of obtaining sensitive information from the bunker were within the predictions. Model Number 2, Type E's duties include the punishment of such actions. Number 2, Type E should have understood that this mission's outcome was already determined and acted accordingly. Question. Requesting current status of Unit Number 2, Type E, who, despite the predicted events, has yet to complete the given mission.
Shut up already!
In addition, emotions are prohibited for Yorha units. Proposal. Halt the expression of emotions. Terminate Unit 9S's current personal data and reinstall...
I told you to shut up! 9S... As a result, we feel nothing at the thought of throwing our lives away. That's just how we were created. I wouldn't hesitate for even a moment to give my life in battle. But after meeting you, 9S, My official designation is 2E, Number 2, Type E. From the moment 9S gains illegal access within the bunker, it becomes my duty to carry out his execution. It's a duty that I must repeat, over and over, without end. Over and over, I continue to kill 9S with my own hands, and every time, it feels like a void within me deepens. I wonder if it's okay for me to hope.
For the day...
For the day...
when my sins can be forgiven. So, I guess this is the commercial facility.
Yeah.
Seems like the people of the old world were able to get a lot of shopping done here. And even if they didn't buy anything, they still had a good time just looking at everything. According to the records, they refer to that as window shopping? Man, humans sure are weird creatures. Hey, why don't we try it someday? Window shopping.
We're soldiers created solely for the purpose of fighting. We don't need useless things like shopping.
Once we eradicate the machine life forms, us soldiers won't have anything left to do. We'll enter a new age of peace. I'm talking about for when that happens. I bet it'll be fun.
When that day comes, I'm all for it.
That's what she said, as she turned her back to me and began walking. Almost like she was embarrassed or something. Almost like she was sad. Later, we spent a day fishing together in the flooded city. Well, we were actually investigating some marine resources, but we couldn't manage to catch the fish we needed. There wasn't a lot of talking. We just spent the day fishing, watching the gentle waves in front of us. The salty, humid wind blew against us. The surface of the water sparkled brilliantly. I remember all those little details, even now. But the memory that sticks out to me the most happened in the city ruins. It was right after we'd finished our current mission. I went and provoked a wild boar, and it ended up chasing the two of us around the whole rest of the day. We didn't have any information on creatures that were more powerful than the machine life forms we were always fighting, so we had to retreat to the top of a building to get away from it. And while we talked about whether the collection of data for wild boars should take priority over the collection of data for machine life forms, we sat atop that ruined building, covered in plant life, looking out over the rest of the city. Plant and animal life has increased since the old world, but some things haven't changed at all, like the smell of crisp air or the sound of rain. But those are all just a part of my most precious memory. We went around to a whole bunch of places together. For our missions, of course, not for fun. We were always running into some sort of trouble, like intense fights with huge machine life forms. But for me, the memories that stuck with me the most weren't the ones having to do with those battles, but instead, they were just the ones where 2B and I spent our time doing insignificant things.
I see.
Because Unit 9S continuously carries out illegal access to confidential data, he must be terminated repeatedly. However, during this confrontation, there was little resistance detected from Unit 9S. Further, according to his memory banks, he was aware of Unit 2B's true designation as an executioner model. Question: why did Unit 9S not resist?
9S knew that I was an executioner model? Odd 153, you could never understand 9S.
Negative. This is the tactical support unit assigned to Unit 9S. This unit is with him during operation hours, as well as during maintenance. This unit is also responsible for reporting when he accesses the bunker's data illegally. It can be inferred that this unit is aware of all information regarding Unit 9S. Therefore, the claim that this unit could never understand 9S is inappropriate.
You don't know a single thing about 9S. You and me both.
February 4th.
No. Enough already.
Proposal: Unit 2B should carry out her assignment.
I don't want to kill him anymore.
Negative. Unit 2B's assignment is still in effect. The commander has already denied the mission cancellation request submitted 64 hours ago.
Why do I have to?
Report: Unit 2B was modeled after a Yorha test model who was the last surviving member of her group. Unit 2B was chosen due to her ability to adapt to harsh environments as well as her combat capabilities.
I'm not suited for this mission at all.
Negative.
Someone help me.
Negative. Report. Proposal. Destruction. Order. Punishment. Humanity. Moon. Fiction. Machine. Boy. Conviction.
Nines! Unless your high units only exist to destroy. In order to recapture Earth and restore humanity, I'll harbor no regrets. Even if I must kill my fellow androids. But killing 9S like this over and over, it feels like I just keep staining my heart with more and more dirty blood. And no matter how much I try to wipe it off, it won't disappear. The heaviness of 9S's words just keeps getting worse. Hey, 9S. I wonder, were the choices I made wrong?
Ah!
9S! Nines!
So you finally called me Nines at the very end, huh?
Why did you activate your own self-destruction? If you do that, your personal data will...
Due to a self-administered physical virus, 9S's body had begun to collapse on itself. His hair, his fingertips, his arms, they all felt the intense pain of decomposition.
It's okay. 2B. You were assigned to kill me, weren't you? I knew how much it hurt you to have to do this.
The hand he was attempting to stroke 2B's cheek with no longer existed.
If it's for you, 2B, I'd easily throw my life away.
He attempted to squeeze even the smallest bit of hope out of his collapsing body.
Nines, how could you?
2B, no. You're a unit number 9, type S. I've been truly honored to fight by the side of unit number 2, type B. May your future battles shine brightly. 2B, I have a final request. If you and I meet again, I want it to be you who kills me. Promise? You sure are kind, 2B.
9S's voice began to fade.
The towns, amusement parks, and oceans we saw together. I'll never forget them.
His eyes no longer hold any light within them.
Thank you for being with me, 2B.
Nines, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Everything that lives is designed to end. They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death.
Even if the pain of killing 9S is the sin I must bear.
Even if the joy of meeting 2B is my reason to live,
I'll still resist.
I'll keep fighting.
Even if that means going against God. When I met him that time, it was during our mission to destroy the Goliath-class weapon.
You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
The number 9 Type S model is a high-end model. And it's because of that there's a constant danger of them coming into contact with confidential information. That's why I've been tasked with the duty of eliminating him. Over and over. But he was different this time.
Scanners like me mostly work alone, scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
I simply ignored him when he'd speak. If I were to grow close to him, it'd only become more difficult to kill him. Even so, he wouldn't stop trying to make conversation with me.
See, 2B, don't you think this white flower would look good on you?
I have no need for it.
Aw, are you sure?
Attaching a plant to my hair would do nothing for my combat abilities. Rather, it would more likely cause maintenance failure.
Man, 2B, you're way too serious, you know that?
I made a promise with 9S in the past. A promise that I'd continue to kill him without fail. The 9S from back then and the 9S before me are two different people. That fact makes my chest tighten.
Pod 042 to Yorha Unit 2B. Report. Detecting errors occurring within Unit 2B's memory region, likely due to unstable psychological state. Proposal. Moderate rest should cause improvement.
I've already been aware of that for a long time. But the day I'm freed from this pain will be the day I die.
Report. Mail notification received from command.
I wonder if I was afraid. Or perhaps I was wrong. Even so, I continued on by his side, without even knowing the name of the emotion I'd been feeling.
2B and I first met in one of the hallways in the bunker. I'd received an announcement from the commander that I'd be working with a partner this time. I was a little uneasy about it. Scanner models like me usually work alone, and I'd always gotten the impression that number 2 models were somewhat cold. So, when she said those things to me in the hallway, I was kinda surprised.
9S?
Yeah?
Thank you. For uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
Things started out so awkward. At least, until that day. It happened after a battle.
Confirming the annihilation of all machine lifeforms in this area.
Whew.
So we've destroyed every machine lifeform here?
Affirmative. No responses from any machine lifeforms in this area.
Understood.
Huh? Hey, 2B, did something happen to your right hand?
My right hand? Oh, this. I must have injured my finger during the previous battle.
You're bleeding! Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then,
Inadvisable. There's a high probability that excessive treatment will cause a decrease in movement efficiency to the unit.
just shut up and do it already!
9S, don't you think you're overreacting?
Huh? Not you too, 2B!
Just leave it. The nanomachines will heal it just fine on their own.
I guess so.
Confirmation of mission completion by enemy annihilation. Recommendation. Report results to command.
2B?
What is it?
You think we could at least use the staunching gel? If contaminants enter the bloodstream, they'll be difficult to remove. And if it's just a staunching gel, then it shouldn't cause any problems to your motor functions, so, just in case.
All right.
Got it! Then I'll go ahead and prepare it right away. Now, where's that case?
9S,
Yeah, 2B?
thank you.
I can't remember anymore what my response was when she said that. Just that I was so happy to be useful to someone. What was more important to me was being together with 2B. At least, Until the day that Yorha fell, along with the bunker.
Sound recordings found in the flooded city play back in his mind.
9S, the time I was able to spend with you, it was like memories of pure light. Thank you, 9S.
Those memories are his greatest treasure. Living together, fighting together. They were like a family.
2B.
I am number 2, Type E. I was created to execute my fellow Yorha soldiers.
I'd already realized that.
The mission I had been assigned over and over again was to kill you, 9S.
Stop it! Enough already! 2B. Even if you were trying to kill me, being with you, it felt like I'd found a family.
Hey, 9S. I wonder, were the choices we made wrong?
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse, or some kind of punishment? I often think about the God who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
September 5th.
Unit 2B's vital signs confirmed. Memory storage, thought circuits, auxiliary motor functions, all confirmed to have been restarted. Entering reboot sequence. Good morning, 2B. Report. Unit 2B was killed by Unit A2 approximately 1,718 hours ago.
1,718 hours ago. So, 72 days then.
Following that, us tactical support units reconstructed your parts. The virus previously inside you deactivated along with the tower's collapse and remains in suspension.
Tower? What happened? 9S!
Report. Unit 9S ceased activity approximately 740 hours ago.
Pod 153?
Unit 9S was severely contaminated. However, said virus deactivated along with the tower's collapse and remains in suspension.
So he's just asleep?
Negative. An error occurred during Unit 9S's reboot sequence.
What do you mean an error?
Unknown. All checks were completed. However, his personal data will not begin loading procedures, causing an inability to reboot.
His personal data won't load. Then in that case, run the monitoring sequence and skip the check sequence.
Negative. This unit has already attempted 345 combinations 34,500 times, and all have ended in failure. Unit 9S's current state suggests there is a possibility his personal data has been lost due to some unknown cause.
His personal data is lost.
Proposal. Unit 2B should consider disposing of Unit 9S's body.
There's no way I could just dispose of his body!
Understood.
After being reconstructed, there wasn't even a hint of dirt on 9S's body. His face looked just like he was sleeping. I took my weapon in hand and packed the minimum necessary provisions before standing up. I had to go. There had to be a way to get 9S to reboot properly. That's what I believed.
September 14th.
I received information on what happened while I was gone from the pods, about A2 and 9S. I also heard about how the two of them destroyed some huge tower that had been created by the machine lifeforms. The rubble from it is still scattered all throughout the city. The city ruins landscape has been completely changed.
Proposal. Unit 2B should gather information at the resistance camp.
The resistance camp was able to miraculously avoid damage from the collapse of the tower. However, Devila and Popola and a few others in the resistance lost their lives in the fight with the machines. Even though Anemone was faced with such a difficult situation, she still remained level-headed. I tried speaking to Anemone about the situation with 9S's rebooting, but she wasn't able to provide me with any helpful information.
Report. Relevant records within the bunker have been lost.
We Yorha units are a special type. We contain something other androids don't within us, a black box. And due to that, we're capable of much higher functionality. However, unlike general androids, our maintenance is only able to be done on the bunker. It's possible to make easy repairs with the small amount of materials and programs at access points, but detailed information about the insides of our bodies was lost along with the fall of the bunker. Even so, I was traveling from place to place, looking for the information I needed. No matter how long it took.
Alert. Unit 2B is taking damage due to maintenance failure. Proposal. Unit 2B should perform proper repair and replenish materials.
With how tired I was, even doing simple first aid felt troublesome. In the depths of my heart, I started to feel like everything I was doing was meaningless. I don't care anymore. I wonder if 9S will ever wake up. That sort of dark thought process began to take over, and I shook my head. I couldn't give up. I couldn't give up. I couldn't give up. Even if I was just deceiving myself, I couldn't admit that. It caused my body to become heavy. If I go further away from here, I may be able to survive. I may be able to find surviving Yorha members.
Report. Mail notification received.
Check it.
Sender. Jackass. Subject. About 9S's personal data reboot. Yo! How's it going, 2B? I know a little something about 9S's condition. I've been looking into a lot of things since everything happened, and I came across some concerning information. There were some logs remaining in the access port outside of 9S's memory storage. They were a communication recorded from the ARC object those machine lifeforms made. I don't know anything about that ARC thing, but it might be some sort of server. I'll send you the time and coordinates that they were written in the log right away. There might be a hint somewhere in them. This concludes the body of the email. Time and three-dimensional coordinate data is attached.
Those coordinates were right in the area where the tower collapsed.
September 17th.
Mountains and mountains of white rubble, as far as I could see. I'd arrived at the center of where the tower collapsed, and it was there where I began digging.
Hypothesis. Origin point is 40 meters below the current point.
Proposal. Search for a more efficient method of digging.
That's right. The coordinates Jackass sent pointed me right to a location within the tower's rubble. I was digging through it so I could reach the position she gave me. But the material was much more firm than I expected it to be, and my digging wasn't going particularly well. My breath began to show, and before I'd realized it, it was snowing. It seems the tower's rubble was absorbing the surrounding area's heat and causing the area to cool. According to the pods, it was made of materials derived from the bodies of machine lifeforms, which was composed mostly of silicon, among other things. But that didn't matter. I only cared about my digging.
Hypothesis. Origin point is 25 meters below the current point.
Alert. Unit 2B is taking damage due to maintenance failure.
The tower's materials became increasingly firm the further down I went. I was using my weapon to dig, But I had to stop using my one-handed sword to switch to something better suited, and I proceeded downward by practically crushing the materials with my combat bracers. I continued on, my mind devoid of any other thoughts, until I finished. I could feel an ache run through my pain sensors. But it was only thanks to that pain that I was able to keep myself conscious.
Hypothesis. Origin point is 12 meters below the current point.
Alert. Unit 2B is taking damage due to maintenance failure. Alert. If no proper repair is performed, it will cause severe impact to the unit's body.
As I continued to dig, I found out what that arc really was. It seemed to be a huge memory unit, made up by combining complex crystals. However, as it had been shattered to pieces, I couldn't find a single living crystal. Regardless, I continued digging in search of the Ark's crystals. With each swing of my weapon, blood began to scatter. I couldn't feel my fingertips anymore, and the sensors running from my wrists had died. The bolts I'd used to forcibly fix it were starting to dig into my skin. But that didn't matter. Somewhere up ahead, the information I needed to save 9S was... Even if only a little remains of the Ark, I have to!
Alert. Unit 2B entered forced shutdown due to overload.
September 19th.
Emergency nanomachine removal complete. Unit 2B's vital signs confirmed. Entering reboot sequence. Good morning, 2B. You entered a forced shutdown due to severe continuous operation.
When I hurriedly asked about the Ark, the pods showed me a small, orange, sparkling crystal. What they found seemed to be a remnant of the machine lifeform's communication protocol. If we used that protocol and its data, we could create a key and open up 9S's memory storage. Although I didn't understand the details, there was meaning in my continued digging. The pods siphoned out the data and recombined it to create a repair vaccine. Then, we could pull the cable from 9S's access port and create a wired connection. With that, I'd be able to insert the repair vaccine. After that, all I'd have to do is hope that 9S's memory storage data could be evacuated into his personal data.
Repair vaccine injected. No effect. Re-administering repair vaccine. No effect. Re-administering repair vaccine. No effect.
Why isn't it?
Hypothesis. Repair vaccine is a failure.
Negative. Repair vaccine's functions confirmed to be normal.
Try it again. Administer it to him again.
No effect.
Try again.
Report. Traces detected indicating the memory region of Unit 9S's contents have been erased.
Negative. It is an effect of the repair vaccine. Hypothesis. Unit 9S's personal data has been lost.
His personal data is lost.
His personal data was wiped of his own accord, but there is the possibility it was moved to a different location. According to Unit A2's records, it is possible his data evacuated using the machine lifeform's Ark. Report. Possibility of recovering 9S's personal data extremely low.
No.
Report. Memory components discovered within traces of personal data. Partial playback possible of memory containing the reason behind his personal data's reparation failure. Query. Does Unit 2B feel it necessary to repair this memory component?
Repair it.
Understood. Data repair complete. Starting playback.
I didn't get on the ark created by the machine lifeforms. We Yorha. We don't deserve to be loved by this world. We're just soldiers, created to die. But I think I'm glad that I was born as myself. My personal data, it can't keep its shape any longer. I wonder if I'm about to disappear. But I'm okay with that. Hey, 2B. We're not immortal or anything. Someday we'll break down and return to the Earth. But my existence, it wasn't meaningless. Meeting you gave meaning to my birth. Thank you. Thank you.
Nines.
2B didn't move from where she was. She remained there, unmoving, forever. It was a completely irrational act. However, we can now understand the reason behind it. Why it was that 2B didn't move. Why it was that she didn't speak. Because we are now in that same place, feeling the same thing.
Everything that lives is designed to end. They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. However, life is all about the struggle within this cycle. That is what we believe.
Here's the good ending.
No. 9S! This can't... We didn't even get to say goodbye. And yet... Why? Why am I the only one?
Abnormal signal detected from black box.
I don't care anymore! I don't...
Alert. Strange vibrations emanating from black box. Temperature rising. Alert. Errors detected in the unit's functionality. FFCS offline. NFCS offline. Initiating short-range radio wave camouflage. Unit 2B's vital signs are deteriorating. Alert. Immense damage to Unit 2B's life preservation functionality. Proposal. Body adjustment and maintenance in a safe location urgently required.
Report. Abnormal vibrations detected from black box. Temperature rising.
This unit has already reported on the abnormal situation.
Negative. The vibrations are not originating from Unit 2B, but instead from Unit 9S.
Negative. Unit 9S's personal data has already been terminated. Reboot is realistically impossible.
Where am I? 2B, what did I...
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're...
It is still unknown what happened that day. It is possible that 9S's black box had retrieved his memory's personal data. At any rate, it may have been affected by some alien technology yet unknown to us.
Everything that lives is designed to end.
They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death.
However, we cannot give in.
Even if this world is full of curses, even if this world punishes us,
We continue to resist everything within that spiral.
while singing words of prayer.
9S is a precious cinnamon bun, though. Kyle, that scene, that emotional scene you did, and your scream,
Man.
that killed me. Okay, I need
A little hug. Watch out, watch your shoes, baby. There you go.
Oh, we're hugging.
You're hugging.
I have
It's
to
time for
after
a hug. It's hug time. Oh god.
Guys, Tubes and Nines are alive.
They're alive. Everybody's
okay.
fine. Everybody's
All
fine.
okay. Yeah, it was kind of the same with 2B. Like, I kind of, thought she was like this tough soldier type character who, just doesn't take crap from anybody and this and that. And, I mean, they said, keep her fairly emotionless. She's going to have moments of vulnerability later on, although then you really see, as you kind of discover the character later, along with, everyone else discovering the character, you're like, okay, so that's why she's that way and stuff. And I assumed, just from seeing the other parts of the script that, 9S is going to be like this annoying sidekick, right? And then later you really see like how much she cares for him and stuff. And I think that was heartwarming.
Which 9S death is your favorite?
Dude, no, I want one.
I know.
None of them! Don't talk to me or my nines ever again.